red day on Thursday for Siebert Financial Corporation stock after losing 0.8% updated on January 28, 2021. Sell candidate since January 27, 2021 loss minus 0.80%. The Siebert Financial Corporation stock price fell by minus 0.80% on the last day Thursday, January 28, 2021, from $3.74 to $3.71 and has now fallen 3 days in a row. During the day the stock fluctuated 3.29% from a day low at $3.65 to a day high of $3.77. The price has fallen in 6 of the last 10 days and is down by minus 6.08% for this period. Volume fell on the last day along with the stock, which is actually a good sign as volume should follow the stock. On the last day, the trading volume fell by minus 30,000 shares and in total, 36,000 shares were bought and sold for approximately $133.07 thousand. The stock lies in the lower part of a very wide and weak rising trend in the short term, and this may normally pose a very good buying opportunity. If the lower trend floor at $3.64 is broken, it will firstly indicate a slower rate of rising, but may also be an early warning for a trend shift. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is expected to rise 7.22% during the next 3 months and, with a 90% probability, hold a price between $3.90 and $4.97 at the end of this 3-month period. Signals and forecast. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Thursday, January 21, 2021, and so far it has risen 2.77%. Further rise is indicated until a new top pivot has been found. Some negative signals were issued as well, and these may have some influence on the near short-term development. The Siebert Financial Corporation stock holds sell signals from both short and long-term moving averages, giving a more negative forecast for the stock. Also, there is a general sell signal from the relation between the two signals where the long-term average is above the short-term average. On corrections up, there will be some resistance from the lines at $3.75 and $4.05. A breakup above any of these levels will issue buy signals. Furthermore, there is currently a sell signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence MACD. Volume fell along with the price during the last trading day, which is technical positive. One should, however, note that this stock may have low liquidity in periods, which increases the general risk. Support, risk and stop loss. Siebert Financial Corporation finds support from accumulated volume at $3.70 and this level may hold a buying opportunity as an upwards reaction can be expected when the support is being tested. The stock has average movements during a day, but be aware of low or falling volume as this increases the risk. During the last day, the stock moved 12 cents between high and low, or 3.29%. For the last week the stock has had a daily average volatility of 5.43%. Our recommended stop loss, we hold a negative evaluation for this stock. No stop loss is set. Is Siebert Financial Corporation stock a buy? The Siebert Financial Corporation stock holds several negative signals and despite the positive trend, we believe Siebert Financial Corporation will perform weakly in the next couple of days or weeks. Therefore, we hold a negative evaluation of the stock. Current score, minus 1.205. Predicted opening price for Siebert Financial Corporation of Friday, January 29, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 29, 2021. Current price $3.71. SIEB is overvalued compared to its price of $11.95 per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation: Rec hold. REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the VectorVest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value: current price, $11.95. Current value, $1.03. SIEB has a current value of $1.03 per share. Compared to a price of $11.95 per share, the stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential relative value RV. Very poor RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. SIEB has an RV of 0.06, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety. Relative safety RS. Poor RS is an indicator of risk. SIEB has an RS of 0.83, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility and other factors. Timing. Relative timing RT. Excellent RT analyzes a stock's price trend. SIEB has a relative timing of 1.41, which is excellent on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating value. Safety. Timing VST. Fair VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. SIEB has a VST rating of 1.00, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety and timing. STOP. Stop price. $5.71 stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. SIEB has a stop of $5.71 per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. CI Comfort Index. Very poor CI is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. SIEB has a CI rating of 0.44, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. CI is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT. Earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. SIEB has a forecasted earnings growth rate of -8.00%, which VectorVest considers to be very poor. EPS. Earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. SIEB has a forecasted EPS of 8 cents per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE. Price to earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. SIEB has a PE of 149.38. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 63.19. EY. Earnings yield. EY reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. SIEB has an EY of 0.67%. This is below the current average of 1.58% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. Gpe Growth to PE ratio. SIEB has a Gpe rating of -0.05. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when Gpe is greater than 1.00. DIV dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in DIV. SIEB does not pay a dividend. DY. Dividend yield. DY reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. SIEB does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DY equals 100x DIV price. It is useful to compare DY with EY. If DY is not significantly lower than EY, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS. Dividend Safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. SIEB does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and EY levels that are much higher than DYDG dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. SIEB does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG Vector YSG is an indicator which combines DY, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. SIEB does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. AVGVOL. AVGVOL is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. SIEB has an AVGVOL of 24,150 shares traded per day. Percent vol. Percent vol reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the AVGVOL. Percent vol equals volume. AVGVOL/AVGVOL 100. SIEB had a percent vol of 118,822.34% on Friday, January 29, 2021. PRC, SIEB price changed 222.10% from the prior day's closing price. Sales, SIEB has annual sales of 47 million. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. SIEB has a sales growth of 17.00% per year. This is very good. Sales per share SPS SIEB has annual sales of $1.55 per share. Price to sales ratio PS, SIEB has APS of 7.71. Shares, SIEB has 30 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization, SIEB has a market capitalization of $369 million. Business sector, SIEB has been assigned to the financial business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group, SIEB has been assigned to the financial brokers industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.